Sinapuhe te Dagaba Nuri Yeni, cultural troop ne barka barka barka. Jende ka tinang minupong kubaba moyang. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll spend just a couple of minutes to acknowledge the presence of some dignitaries in brief, after which I will acknowledge in general some identifiable groups in our midst, and we proceed to take the welcome remarks as per the program. The top government delegation who have come in the company of His Excellency, the President of the Republic, to the Upper West Region with our own daughter of the soil, in the person of, she is the Deputy Presidential Spokesperson, in the person of Hajia Shemima Muslim. The Minister in charge of Government Communications is here in our midst, Honorable Felix Kwashi Ofosu. Ladies and gentlemen, the General Scribe, officially the Secretary of the Great National Democratic Congress, in the person of Honorable Fifi Kwati. We also have in our midst our own uncle and our adorable father, who is representing the Upper West Region as a member of the Council of State, His Excellency Michael is the Dean of the Metropolitan, Municipal and District Chief Executives for the Upper West Region, in the person of Honorable Alhaji Nora Isa Dawana. Ladies and gentlemen, for his hard work, his aptitudeness, his sacrifice for party and community, he has had a lot of accolades. I don't know which one to use now. Some people call him the #1 chairman. Others call him 11 of chairman of the Upper West Regional NDC, Abdul Nasir Sani. Permit me to also acknowledge the representatives of the Regional Security Council on the days. There are quite a number of them, but those I can see. We also have the Regional Police Commander DCOP Daku Ofe Lomoti. I'll come around again to make some further acknowledgements and introduction. But here in this sitting, you have the Regional Security Council, you have, we would note them in due course. We have former government appointees here present. We have the regional and the constituency executives of the National Christian Charismatic Council and also the Local Council of Churches and the Ahmadiyya Muslims Mission. We have heads of departments also here assembled. For now, we move straight to some remarks. We invite the representative of the local Christian Council here in the Upper West Region to address the gathering. Reverend Dr. Alfred Pienta. Mitore, Cha Senekowa, Mboranka Ndeti MP, Upper West Regional Representative of the Parliamentary Caucus. Ladies and gentlemen, Ade Awuliye, Kunalate West Central MP. Dabawalanga Onye Jino Ayi Regional Minister, Regional Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ka Ndi Awabo Dr. Alhaji Rashid Pelpu. He is the MP for Wa Central Constituency and also the representative of the Upper West Parliamentary Caucus. I want to congratulate him of Ministerial ILO, a leadership position of international status, and also the recent appointment by the President as he's gone on to the Commission for the National Development Planning. Congratulations, Honorable Rashid.
Amen. His Excellency, the President, MPs, ministers gathered here, our revered chiefs, the overlord of Wa Traditional Council, the clergy, and then Yideme, Yalamo, and then Yanani Lange, Karipuri, at the President, Tipuri Yala Yane, near Yane. You're coming. Just on Monday, myself and my people were gathered at the Pentecost Church, praying for you and your leadership. We didn't know you were even coming here. So this afternoon, we appreciate you so much for your humility, accountability, and prayer sessions. One of us was prayer first. We prayed for all the MPs and including you, asking that God would bless Ghana, free and fair election. God will bless Ghana after the election with peace, no violence. And thank God, today you are here as the president-elect. As the president, Upper West region in particular, we gave you a massive support. We gave you 11/11. So therefore, I want to thank you again for your humility, coming all the way down from Accra just to come and greet us. We love you. And I want to assure you, we will continue to pray for you. The clergy, we are assuring you, we will continue to pray for you, for your leadership, the vice president, your family, and all that matter in your life. The clergy, we have an appeal to make, Mr. President. I'm joining my fathers, already on your drawing table, our rows from Wa to Kumasi. Mr. President, from 11 to 12 hours. If you are going to Accra, you are spending around 18 hours. Wa to Tambale. It's bad. Wa to Bolgatanga, no more trouble route. Wa to Hamile. It's just like we are cut off. I am not ethnocentric. Mr. President, let me repeat. I am not ethnocentric. But please, look at the roads generally in northern Ghana so that we can also drive our cars in peace. The Lord bless you, Mr. President. The Lord keep you. The Lord watch over you. May the Lord deliver you from evil. In Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Thank you very much. The chairman of the Local Council of Churches, Upper West Region, Reverend Dr. Alfred Penta. Now, we turn our attention to the next remarks coming from the representative of the Upper West Regional House of Chiefs, in the person of Kuro Abu Diaka Sukabe Nena V. Zini Kuro will be representing the House of Chiefs in their remarks. Let's welcome him. We will not like to rush him, but permit me to use this space to acknowledge the presence of our various municipal and district chief executives. From Sisala East Municipal, Honorable Adamu Yakubu, We acknowledge your presence. The Honorable Alaji Nura Domwana is one. The Honorable Peter N.N. Tuang is Drapa Municipal. The Honorable Anthony Zinel Nandom Municipal. Honorable Nawule Irenius Basimbie is Lambusi District. The Honorable Richard Wulu, Wa West District. Honorable Abudu Fuseni Bene, Sisala West District. And we have Honorable James Wall, Dafiama Busi Esa District. 2 outstanding. This is the representation. Chief, respectfully, the mic is handed to you.
Thank you. Good afternoon to all gathered here. Your Excellency, John Dramani Mahama, popularly known in my traditional area as Kworo Sabinwere Wajia I, President of the Republic of Ghana, Honorable Ministers of State, Honorable Regional Minister, Members of Parliament, colleague nominees and Kwori, Pognamine Hala Kwori, Municipal District Chief Executives, security agencies, the media, all gathered here, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, the President of the Regional House of Chiefs is expected to have been in our midst. Unfortunately, circumstances beyond his control, he couldn't join us. So I step in as the Vice President of the House to convey his welcome greetings. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor to formally welcome you to this special meeting organized to give audience to Your Excellency Mahama. We are indeed most grateful to you for making time to interact with us, to thank the people of the Upper West region for massively giving you this 4-year mandate. Your Excellency, we thank you for appointing for the region a young, unassuming, indefatigable regional minister in the person of Charles Luanga Posin, Honorable. He has maintained a cordial working relationship with us chiefs and has always given us a listening ear. We will urge all government appointees to emulate his example. Ladies and gentlemen, the last time you heard from the chiefs and people of the region, indeed, you have not been failed by the chiefs and people, and we hope it will turn your back, you will turn your back to the region. Permit Your Excellency to enumerate some challenges facing the region, which we believe are not new to you. Therefore, we solicit for your support the following roles to be tied. Sabuli Hen Tumuru, Jirapa Donweni Ko Nandom Road. Wa Bulenge Redon Dombo University of Business and Integrated Development Studies and Dr. Hilaire Leman Technical University equally need special attention for infrastructural development to increase student intake. These universities have been deprived of both lecture halls and student hostels for quite a long time. As chiefs, we the university. Your Excellency, we, the people of the Upper West region, in this totally support the activated calls for the development of the Kamba irrigation dam, and we know how passionate you are, Your Excellency, about a project of this nature, because it has the potential to increase ag effects in the corridor, where the dam would be sited, could be a major growth pole and a game changer in the region. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the role of chiefs in government and decentralization is not lost on us. It has become very important in the light of the challenges posed by modernity in predominantly rural communities across Ghana to reposition ourselves to become more relevant. To give effect to the recognition given to the institution of chieftaincy by successive legislations and constitutional provisions as occupying an important role in the country, particularly around the administration of rural communities and the management of local resources. We call for more inclusion in local assembly governance. In furtherance of this call, we will appeal to government to give true meaning to the provision made by law to consult with traditional authorities to appoint 30% of members to the municipal district assemblies in accordance with Section 5, Paragraph D of Subsection 1 of the Local Government Act, Act 2016, Act 936, as amended, because the chiefs know that, but better particularly, that the chiefs have been added to the local government ministry. Your Excellency, seeing progressive changes in the administration of the country, we would want to add, or I would want to add personally, that from the code of Peter Druck that says, culture is breakfast for supper. As much as we want to create a culture of patriotism, cultivating a system for sustainable growth, we would want to assure you that as much as you try to put people of repute caliber into positions, the regional house can assure you that we will put our strength, we will put our technical know-how, we will put our resources at your disposal, so that at the end of it all, ultimately, we can sit on a round table and mark the checklist. And we can say that during your reign, you brought ultimate success to the environment, the economic ecosystem, the social ecosystem, the political ecosystem, and generally some level of patriotism among Ghanaians. I would also want to add that Your Excellency must put a little bit of effort towards the fight against galamsey. Galamsey is not literally pulling our lungs out and poisoning our stomachs, but the level of desperation exercised by people involved in galamsey indicates a desperate nation. And a desperate nation is equally a nation at a crossroad. We, as indicated earlier, we hope to support you and to ensure that your vision brings the desired goals and the desired growth.
That was a representative of the Upper West Regional House of Chiefs. We thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have two important speeches as we run close to the very end of the program. I want to assure you we are gradually moving to the end. For that, permit me to make some very important acknowledgements of the Upper West caucus of parliamentarians. The Honorable Mohammed Sukaru represents the Sisala West constituency. This momentous occasion. Honorable Rashid Pelpo. Honorable Clayton Seidu Dapla, Drapa constituency. Honorable Peter Tuobu Lanchina, Wa West constituency. Ladies and gentlemen, representing the Sisala East is Honorable Mohammed Bataglia. Nandom constituency is represented by the Honorable Richard Kunere. Honorable Bid Zedem, popularly known as the Man, represent the people of Laura constituency. Professor Titus Bayo, Lambusi constituency. The Honorable Dr. Godfrey Seidu Jasau, Wa East constituency. And from the DBI, Dafiema Buse Issa constituency, Honorable Dr. Sebastian Sandari. The Upper West region has also been grateful to His Excellency, the President of the Republic, for certain illustrious sons and daughters who gained favor with him and have been appointed to very strategic positions of CEO across various organizations. Some names I cannot present. And of course, we have Abdullahi Batie Santi, Deputy CEO, Ghana Integrated Iron and Steel Development Corporation. We have here the Honorable Carla Caesar, MD for Metro Mass Transit, our own sister and a daughter. We have Samira Abdul Aziz, Deputy CEO, Ghana Enterprise Agency. And we have Isaku Nuhu Putiha, Deputy CEO. Deputy CEO, Community Water and Sanitation Agency. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Director General, Ghana Maritime Authority, Dr. Kamaldeen Ali. And we have, now we skip some names for strategic reasons, and one of them I have the honors task to introduce. Our young, affable, indefatigable Upper West Regional Minister, who founded his own law firm, has been working assiduously as a regional scribe until His Excellency found favor with him and appointed him to lead the people. This afternoon, I have the greatest honor to respectfully welcome him to address the gathering. The Honorable Charles Luanga Pozuin Esquire, the Upper West Region.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Your Excellency, the Member of Council of State, Honorable Ministers of State, Honorable Members of Parliament, Regional Chairman and Elders of our great party, NDC, Kuro, Pogonamine, Hala Kuro, religious and traditional leaders, the Regional Coordinating Director, members of RESEC, the rank and file of the NDC, friends from the media, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, that I stand before you this day on behalf of the chiefs and people of the Upper West region to warmly and wholeheartedly welcome His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, to the Upper West region. The land of warm hearts, resilient spirits, and unshakable loyalty to the NDC. Government trust and resounding support shown you during the last general elections is more than a political ritual. It is an affirmation of your leadership, grounded in humility, gratitude, and a sincere connection with our people. It is also a testimony to the unshakable bond between the people of Upper West region and your vision for a prosperous, inclusive, and a united Ghana. Your Excellency, during one of the most pivotal moments in our national democratic journey, the people of Upper West in mind and with hope in our hearts. Our votes were not cast in vain. They were cast in faith and with hope in your visionary leadership to once again guide our nation along the path of justice, inclusive opportunity, and a shared prosperity for all. Today, our hearts are full and we are deeply touched that despite the weight of national responsibilities, you have chosen to return here to express your appreciation to our people in person. This gesture speaks volumes about your values as a leader who never forgets where his strengths come from, a leader who honors loyalty with humility and reciprocates trust with service. Mr. President, your re-election has rekindled in us a renewed sense of hope and a national rebirth. Your vision of economic transformation, inclusive economy, jobs for our youth, quality education for our children, and healthcare of all resonate deeply with the aspirations of the people of the Upper West region. We are confident that under your leadership, our roads will no longer be a symbol of neglect, but a gateway to markets and opportunities. We believe that our farmers will no longer be left at the mercy of the weather and uncertainties, but will be supported with modern technologies, access to credit, and ready markets. We know that our youth will be empowered not only to dream, but to build, not only to hope, but to lead. As a region, We stand ready to support your agenda for national renewal and prosperity for all. We pledge our energies, our talent, and our faith in the future you envision for Ghana's region. Never forget the margins and never allow any Ghanaian to feel like a stranger in this country. Let this visit ignite a fresh spirit of unity, hope, and shared responsibility. Let it mark the beginning of an era in which political support translates into real and measurable development. And let it strengthen the bridge between Accra and Wa, not only geographically, but infrastructurally, socially, and economically. Your Excellency, as you move across the country, know that you carry with you the prayers and unwavering support of the people of the Upper West region, who believe not only in your leadership, but in the Ghana we want all to build together under your renewed stewardship. Let your visit inspire a deeper sense of national cohesion, mutual responsibility, and thank you, and may God bless you and your administration, of which I'm part. May God bless the Upper West region, and may God bless our homeland, Ghana. Ya Baraka.
Ya baraka baraka. Anu amwomba hembele ya kwa hebahen. Aha, yai kuku. Kandi vuonga ade amele upuhite Regional Coordinating Council te Janong Pong Ambiche Kunala Hajia Pogana Fati Isaka Kore Kena Munuku Apogana Morang Otulang Baraka Minister Anang Iduhu Abungantanga te West Central Constituency MP Onkuwa Ayeliela Kuti Nabila Bipole Viela Honorable Dr. Alhaji Rashid Hassan Pelpo, MP for West Central. This is time to speak to us.
Thank you very much. I stand on existing protocol to say thank you to you for this unique opportunity to see John Dramani Mahama to the Upper West region to say thank you to us. This, we are told that if a human cannot say thank you for the other, you can't say thank you to God. So, in doing this, he is fulfilling one of our moral, religious considerations, that when we appreciate what others have done to make us happy, God continues to bless us. And so we ask at this election, we are here to receive him. First of all, we were here when he came asking for our votes. He came to us, he came to the Wana, he went to every traditional area, he met all youth groups, he met women's groups, he met almost everybody, and he asked for our votes. And we granted it. And by granting it, three things have happened. The first is that we, along with him, have made history. For the first time in the life of the 1992 political dispensation, a president has appeared before the Chief Justice and has sworn 3 times the oath of office of a president. We are making history again. For the first time since Jerry Rawlings and Dr. Nkrumah, somebody has come to say, I'm resetting this nation. We are part of the reset and we are getting there. The first 120 days of performance has demonstrated to us very strongly that this reset agenda is on and will be completed. The last one is this, that we wanted our dignity back. We wanted the economy to be restored. We wanted Ghana to assume its position again in the Committee of Nations. Has it not happened? It has happened. The economy was crawling. It is now picked up. The dollar is now relegated to the background. Not many people want to save money in dollars today. And so we now have an economy people can rely on. Look, that the handing over was getting too late. And get to 2 weeks to the handing over, he said, if this handing over had occurred, by this time, John Dramani Mahama would have built 3 secondary schools. This tells of the high level of confidence we have in him. Anyway, today he has come. He wants to say thank you to us. And in solidarity with my people and in our commitment to work with you to the very end of our resetting agenda, we want to assure you we are not just voting for you. We did not just vote for you. We people you have appointed to make sure we get to the pinnacle of your success. And we know that Allah, God, Jesus, and all the people, all the deities we worship will stand with us and give you that leverage, that power, that perspective to reach the finality of our success. Excellency John Dramani Mahama Wenku Puhoti. Unwache, Oyalanku Wananko so votes Aiti Seng. Agana Mineji, Kanamineti Yaloka to Queen, Kakaramamine, Bipola, Pokasarahe, Pokova, Tinja Sohangwana Kudi, Kanamune Wundi. Unwa Dibaha, Tiyalianka, Karamabinema Yalang, Kikinam Kumban Yal Baraka, Kinam Kumban Pu, Etonan Sala Baraka, Ekumbanpu Namun Mangana Baraka. Ayala Uweche, Kuyalaka Baraka, Akuti. Kabla Pupele Yagaja, Isikrima Yagaja, Akuti. Bojung Unwa Puhutini, Tim vote Jung Puhuti, a vote song, Tajada Ben Yala Naira, Ganang, Kanemangana Sarpalos, the Boom Watacha Kalabanda Ganang. Imman Yida Bioja, Kabum Dapaha, Unwa. I cut the double into Kuahoyala on a second hand car. Over second hand. Yalaman Amwa Kabla Damba Eja Anna Ejine Konala Tenanga Poon, Nampalanga Poon Nian Jadamba President Barbota, oh yeah, President Barbota Vampana Yalakanga Mamba Yala. Oyaliankuna Male to Upper West region. Oyalakuna Mala region, 120 days in a pool, Yabanyala, Mbayanku, Onamangwa, Onayalang, Kaso and Yalatum Kuno, ni Ona Uyesirku Mala, Abia, Bamapung, Inshallah, Yunanga no Baha, Yananya, swear, Ampil Mana. Ayalang, Aya Jagbe Bogorang, Kan Yaluku. Ka uchere ne unchene ni ubachene uyong to vote kun charnu na chembla atata yala baha ka gana de mela kata bala kala sira oyenie tankumbam baha ku chene uyong tina tumbla atata jeno na tata kaduna ja yalka John Dramani Mahama baraka emoyan ayala mayala tanga na malum puhe ya ja baraka ananti jimbunga muna malukuti assalamu alaikum
MP ani yaliyaga Sane ka president na yala lesir wulen karda gangao anin bi pele diang atuwu ajung tinadie wagar gra aku te dagaba nuri yeni dien bane kabalo bingber bialang sane karalew awa de ti yidandao awulie ka ubin nora bi duho untar ku kuti jine jimaringa. We'll love to go for a cultural performance interlude, and soon after that it will be time for the President of the Republic to address the gathering. Dagaba Norieni Cultural Troupe, if you are ready, now the floor is yours. No wasting of time, please take up the stage quickly, and we do this. Okay, I cannot see them. They are not in sight. I would love to skip that to the very tail end of the program after the President has spoken. And so I have the singular honor, the privilege, the podium. He is here, as been stated by the many speakers, to come share some thoughts with the people of the Upper West region, and above all, to thank us for our massive support during his candidature and campaigning for the place of the presidency. It's only in keeping with the tradition of the people of Ghana that you say thank you to one good turn, which deserves another. On this note, ladies and gentlemen, the #1 gentleman of the land, the Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama.
Thank you. Thank you. Kindly take your seats. Thank you very much. The Vice President of the Upper West Regional House of Chiefs and my overlord, because he has skinned me a chief in his traditional area, Zini Koro, members of the Regional House of Chiefs, the member of the Council of State, the General Secretary of the National Democratic Congress, the Regional Minister and other Ministers of State, the Honorable Members of Parliament, Honorable Metropolitan, Municipal and District Chief Executives, Regional Executives, Regional Council of Elders and Constituency Executives of the NDC, CEOs of state institutions and other government appointees, heads of security services and government departments, the clergy and imams, representatives of invited organizations, especially my brothers and sisters, persons with disability, friends from the media, citizens of the Upper West region, ladies and gentlemen. In every religion, we have texts in the holy books supporting thanksgiving. In the Bible, we say, in all things, give thanks to God. Again, there's the story of the 10 lepers who were cured by Jesus Christ, and the following day, only one of them returned to say thank you. If we had done a favor, we should come back and say thank you. And so like that one leper who came back to say thank you to the people of the Upper West. It is with a heart full of gratitude that I bring you warm greetings from the entire leadership of the National Democratic Congress and from my wife, Lordina Mahama and Ibarka. I want to thank the Upper West region for your unwavering loyalty and support. I want to thank you for your confidence in the vision and leadership of the NDC. I want to thank you for your support in the 2024 general elections, your support over division and development over stagnation. I want to especially thank our chiefs from Jirapa to Kalio, from Tumu to Gwelu. We visited your palaces. You received me like a true son, and on election day, led decisively for me and the NDC party. I do not take this for granted in giving me 11 seats out of 11 in the Upper West region. Indeed, that contributed to the overwhelming number of seats that we won in the parliament. It's beyond our imagination. NDC has had the highest number of seats in parliament in the history of the Fourth Republic. 183 seats, and collaborating with 4 independents mean that we control more than 2/3 of the Parliament of Ghana. And the people of the Upper West region have played a great part in this by giving us all the 11 seats that were up for grabs in this region. The people of the Upper West region have always stood on the right side of history. The region has been a stronghold for democratic values, good governance, and justice. And I'm proud to say that once again you have reaffirmed your faith in the National Democratic Congress, not just as a political party, but as a vehicle for national transformation. I want to thank our traditional leaders for their wisdom and their quiet guidance, for providing moral direction in a time of political uncertainty. I want to thank our youth for your vibrant energy, for mobilizing and canvassing in the towns and hinterlands. I salute our women who led the door-to-door campaigns, organized community engagements, and held this movement together with grace and power. And especially I want to thank us we achieved. This region has been a source of some of the country's finest in every aspect of our national development. Even at the height of governance today, the Upper West region is well represented by distinguished sons and daughters whose dedication continues to shape our national progress. In my current administration, the region is well represented. The region can boast of the Honorable Abdul Rashid Pelpo, who is the Minister of Labor and Employment. The region can boast of the Honorable Charles Luanga Posing, who is the Upper West City Coordinator, is from this region. The Director General of the Ports and Harbours Authority, Brigadier General Paul Seydou Tanye Kulono, is from this region. Malam Issa Ishak, the CEO of the Ghana Highway Authority, is from this region. Seydou Yonye, who has just been appointed CEO of Produce Buying Company Limited, is from this region. My daughter, Shamima Muslim, Deputy Government Spokesperson, is from Upper West region. We also have Dr. Kamal Din Ali, who is the Director General of the Ghana Maritime Authority. We have Adam Sule, who is the Deputy Director General of Social Security and National Insurance Trust, SNET. We have Kale Caesar, who is the Managing Director of the Met, who is the Deputy CEO of Ghana Enterprise Agency. We have Samira Abdulaziz, who is also the Deputy CEO of Ghana Enterprise Agency. We have Abdullahi Batia Santi, who is the Deputy CEO of Ghana Integrated Iron and Steel Development Corporation. And we have Nuhu Putia, who is the Deputy CEO of the Community Water and Sanitation Agency. These are distinguished sons of this region who are helping me to transform our nation, Ghana, and do the reset that we promised you. Ladies and gentlemen, elections are only the beginning. The real work begins now. And I'm here not just to say thank you, but to reassure you that your voice has been heard. Your vote has a purpose, and that purpose is to bring development to the region. We are determined under the guidance of the NDC's 2024 manifesto to bring transformational change to every corner of Ghana, and especially to regions like the Upper West region that have long been under the reins of government. Our focus has been on stabilizing the economy. We therefore presented to Parliament in March this year a budget which was aimed at severely trimming expenditure and channeling the saved revenue into priority programs as promised in our manifesto. I'm happy to report to you that our efforts to stabilize the economy have begun to yield results. And it is evident in the improved performance of our local currency and also a gradual reduction of prices of goods and services in the market. I wish to commend the Honorable Minister of Finance and the Governor of the Bank of Ghana, along with their teams, for the close collaboration and coordination they are displaying in this economic turnaround. Here review budget in August, we would have more good news for Ghanaians. Under the Big Push infrastructural program, understandably, a significant number of these priority projects will be in the road sector. These works include the dualization of major highways, including the Accra-Kumasi, Accra-Takman Bridge, rehabilitation of the Bupe Bridge, Daboya Bridge, and Yape bridges. We are also designing a new expressway between Accra and Kumasi, which will reduce the travel time. In the campaign, we traveled on the terrible road network that has become characteristic of the Upper West region. In this region, under the Big Push, we are prioritizing the Wa Tumu Bolgatanga Trunk Road. And the Techiman Wenchi Bole Wa Hamile corridor. Of the Sola Fufuso Road will also be resurfaced to improve connectivity between the Upper West and the Savannah and Northern regions. These roads will not only enhance trade and transport, but they will also stimulate cross-border business and revive economic activity. Equally, we will upgrade roads in the Wa East, Nadoli, Dafema Busse, Issa, and Sisala East districts to improve access to markets, schools, and health facilities. My brothers and sisters, work will begin very soon. In a few months, you see contractors on all these roads because the money has been provided in the budget. This year we set aside 14 billion Ghana cedis for the Big Push. And the Finance Minister has assured me that all the contractors will get 15% mobilization to be able to mobilize to site. And he has also assured me that any contractor on the Big Push projects who presents his certificate for payment will be paid within 2 weeks of presentation of the certificates. So no contractor will. My brothers and sisters, we're also prioritizing agriculture under the Feed Ghana program. The Upper West region is expected to be a major beneficiary of this program. The NDC administration understands that farming is the lifeblood of this region. And so under the Feed Ghana and Agriculture for Wealth Creation agenda, we will construct and rehabilitate small and medium-scale dams across Sisala, Lambusie, and Wa East. We will invest in community-based irrigation schemes to promote dry season farming, such as the Kamba Irrigation Dam. We will provide subsidized fertilizers, seeds, and improved mechanization services. Establish modern warehouses and cold storage facilities to reduce post-harvest losses. The region will also benefit from the farmers' service centers we intend to set up. And I cut short for the one in Gwelu in 2016 before I left office. Unfortunately, my administration was truncated and that project never took off. So one of the first to be established will be in the Upper West region in Gwelu to fulfill that promise that I made. We're going to ensure that farming becomes a viable and profitable occupation gap. I've seen schools in this region where children still sit on the floor and where teachers lack the most basic resources. It is as a result of 50% of the revenue for the District Assembly's Common Fund must go directly to the districts. And we expect that the chief executive school blocks will provide chief holders of our district chief executives. We'll continue and complete abandoned E-blocks. So the E-blocks that were abandoned by the previous government, we're going to continue and complete them. We'll absorb admission fees for all first-year students, and provision was made in the budget for this. And so the money is going to be credited to the students and education for persons living with disability. And so for persons with disability, from first year to final year, they will pay absolutely no fees. We'll continue projects in the University of Development Studies and other tertiary institutions in this region to improve learning outcomes. And I remember that Professor Tamils of blessed memory started a library complex and a complex lecture hall in UDS, which was abandoned after NDC left office. We're going to continue and complete it. And the hostel block that Professor Mills started that has been abandoned, we'll continue it and complete it so that our students in UDS can have a place to stay. We'll provide special incentives to teachers who accept postings to rural areas in the region. We will expand early childhood education centers in underserved districts, and we have begun to implement the free sanitary pad program so that no girl misses school because of her menstrual period. Our goal is clear, and our goal is that every child, no matter where they are born, should have access to quality education and the opportunity to succeed. On youth and job creation, under our National Apprenticeship Program, which I launched in Tamale 2 weeks ago, under the Jumara Initiative and the 1 Million Coders Program, we aim to provide opportunities for all our youth. And I expect that when these programs are fully operational, the youth of the Upper West a problem because resources have been provided in the 2025 budget for all these programs to take off. Thousands of young people in the Upper West region will be trained in various trades, including smoke weaving, welding, plumbing, electrical works, building construction, leather work, shea butter processing, and information and communications technology. Arrangements are far advanced to this bank will offer products tailored to support women entrepreneurs, especially those engaged in agro-processing, livestock rearing, shea butter production, and market trading. We will also support women that they are not left behind in our economic recovery. In healthcare, I have listened to your concerns, fund access in the region for diagnosis and treatment of non-communicable diseases, including dialysis for kidney patients, so that the nurses and the physician assistants working there have accommodation to live in the CHIPS compound so that they can provide care at any time. We're going to train, recruit, and post more nurses and midwives to the rural areas, to underserved areas, so that they can improve the health care of our rural populations. We'll also roll out later this year our free primary health care program. And under this program, any Ghanaian who goes to a CHIPS compound, a health center, a polyclinic, or a district hospital will not pay any. On water and sanitation, we will extend the agency. We will also invest in drilling and mechanizing boreholes in small settlements, especially in the Wa East and Nandom districts. We will partner with district assemblies to improve public sanitation infrastructure and end open defecation. And finally, on peace and security, we are aware of the localized tensions, be they land-related, chieftaincy-based, or driven by cross-border activities, and we shall take action to ameliorate these. Our government will strengthen community policing systems, establish dialogue platforms between security agencies, traditional authorities, and youth groups. We will equip our border posts and security outposts to ensure early detection and swift intervention of any trespassers. We will also soon start providing all our district police stations and strategic police posts with vehicles and equipment. This is meant to development on a foundation of conflict. Unity and peace are essential for our collective progress. I'm here because you believed in me. I'm here because you believed that Ghana can rise again under my watch. I'm here because you stood firm, not for me alone, but for your children, for your grandchildren, and generations yet to come. And so let me assure you, your sacrifice will not be in vain. The Mahama government will work with you shoulder to shoulder to ensure that the Upper West region is not left behind in the transformation we are bringing. So I urge you to remain steadfast. Let us work together. Let us monitor and evaluate. Let's hold each other accountable. Let us never surrender to the hopelessness that was tried to be imposed on us. Let our message echo from every community in the Upper West region that the end of our beloved country, Ghana. Thank you very much.